In the headlines, terrorists release oldest Kaduna Abuja train attack victim, plans summary of 21-year-old hostage. Atiku Wike reconciliation meeting in Port Harcourt ends in deadlock. Reactions trail NBC's revocation of over 50 broadcast licenses. Dar Communications NUJ responds. And on the foreign scene, 8 killed after gunmen storm Mogadishu hotel in Somalia. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Darshan Husseina Usman. Now the news in detail. 4 additional victims of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack were on Friday released by their abductors. Kaduna-based publisher and negotiator Tukur Mamu confirmed this in a statement issued in Kaduna. Among those released is the oldest victim, a grandmother of 90 years, Halimatu Atta, and her 53-year-old daughter, Adama Atta. Muhammad Sani Abdulmaji and a Sokoto indigene Modi Bolonga were also released. Mamu in the statement called on Federal Government and Christian Association of Nigeria to secure the release of a 21-year-old Azarfa Lewis, as the abductors are planning to marry her as they did to Leah Sharibu. Members of a reconciliation committee created by the People's Democratic Party's 2023 presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State as part of the framework for the resolution of their differences met in Port Harcourt for over 4 hours Friday without achieving the desired reconciliation. Addressing journalists at the end of the meeting, Governor of Adamawa State Amadou Fintiri, who led Atiku's team, stated that talks were ongoing to achieve desired objectives. Similarly, former Governor of Ondo State Olusegun Mimiko, who led Wike's team, said the agreement by members of the committee to bring about unity in the party will be achieved soon.
Nigerians are anxious and waiting for us to take over government in 2023. We have met as leaders, members of the same political family, and we have open discussion, work in progress, and we will continue. At the end of the day, we will broker peace and we will unify the party and Nigerians.
There is no question about the fact that we have agreed that there is need for us to enhance unity within our party. This is a reconciliatory process. There are some issues out there which needs further deliberation. Then we'll meet again. It's a continuous process.
Meanwhile, former Minister of Information Jerry Gana says Wike and his supporters shall tell the people of Nigeria where to go if reconciliation fails. Speaking in Port Harcourt, Jerry Gana said, who is the key ally of Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, said the governor and his supporters could switch camps ahead of the 2023 elections should the ongoing efforts to reconcile him and the People's Democratic Party's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar fail in the end. Ghana said PDP chapters in the North Central Zone stood behind Wike to pick the presidential ticket of the party during the May primary in Abuja. The National Broadcasting Commission has revoked the broadcast licenses of Silverbird TV, AIT, Ray Power FM, and Rhythm FM, among others, over indebtedness amounting to 2.66 billion naira. Director General NBC Balarabe Shehu Ilela made the disclosure during a press conference at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. The report.
According to the Director General, the Commission has exhausted every means of dialogue with the defaulting stations as their outstanding debt to renew their licenses contravenes the NBC's Act and laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
In view of this development, the continued operation of the debtor station is illegal and constitutes a threat to national security. Therefore, after due consideration, the National Broadcasting Corporation (NBC) hereby announces the revocation of the license of the underlisted debtors and are hereby given 24 hours to shut down their stations or operations.
Ileala said the Commission's officers nationwide is directed to work with security agents to ensure that defaulting stations are shut down within 24 hours.
Our offices nationwide are hereby directed also to collaborate with security agencies across the country to ensure immediate compliance. If you want your license to be taken back to you, simply come and register with the MPC again. Follow the process and get your license back. That's all.
The Commission also called on Internet Protocol Television to register appropriately, while stressing that this action of the Commission has no political undertone. Martia Umar, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Similarly, the Nigerian Union of Journalists has described the decision by the National Broadcasting Commission to revoke the licenses of 52 broadcast stations nationwide over indebtedness to the Commission as ill-advised and hasty. A statement by the national president of the union, Chris Isiguzo, insists that the action is ill-timed and reckless, despite NBC's claim that the clampdown had no political undertone. He noted that the revocation of licenses at this critical time of insecurity in the country appears to be a decision taken without careful prior deliberation, consultation, or counsel. Isiguzo, while regretting the inability of the affected broadcast stations to fulfill their obligations to the NBC in view of dwindling resources, called on the NBC to exercise more restraint in consideration of national security and allow for more dialogue and consultation to find a better way of dealing with the situation. The managing director of Kaduna State Media Corporation, Ibrahim Samaila, says it is deceitful of the NBC to include KSMC in the list of 40 broadcast stations whose licenses have been revoked. The managing director told Trust TV that KSMC paid a rebate of over 22 million naira from 2013 to 2020 as directed by the Minister of Information. He said KSMC was in the process of paying for 2022 and 2023 when the NBC announced the revocation.
I think it's disingenuous of NBC to include KSMC in the list of licensed broadcast stations among the ones that they said they have revoked. Why am I saying that? Only recently, and I can say recently because in 2020, you will recall that the Honorable Minister of Information gave a rebate to broadcast stations. Instead of them paying 100%, he said they've given a rebate of 60%. Broadcast stations can pay 40%. And KSMC took advantage of that and paid from 2013 to 2020. KSMC paid 22,400,000. And this has been acknowledged by NBC with commendation from many quarters among them. At one time, they were citing KSMC as an example of a station that has cleared its debt. And I'm surprised that NBC is still keeping KSMC in its debtors list. I think it's disingenuous of them to come out and even publish the name of KSMC on that list. We are already in the process of paying for 2021 and 2022. We are already in the process. It's already with the planning and budget, and I'm sure they have finished. I'm not in planning and budget, but on my part, I have finished and I have forwarded it. And I am sure they are only waiting for cash backing, and they will pay.
Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle has signed the Child Protection Bill into law. The bill was recently passed by the State House of Assembly. The governor also signed the bills on persons living with disabilities and social protection in the state. The report.
Governor Bello Matawalle, after signing the 3 bills into law, said the documents will serve as guiding principles in coordinating all government social interventions, ensure proper targeting and exit criteria for eligible beneficiaries on the social register. According to the governor, the laws provide that the state social protection and disability funds should be provided and will, among other things, complement the state government's effort in providing more access to children, women, persons living with disability and other vulnerable groups in the state. Governor Matawalle praised the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Nasiru Muazu, the leadership and other members of the House for proactively passing the 3 bills which have become laws in the state.
This evening, I assented 3 bills into law. The first one is Social Protection Law. The second one is Child Protection Law and Person with Disability. I have assented these 3 laws today. Measures that have been taken by them passing these laws as required by me and the people of the state. This shows that the State Assembly is always on their toes to make sure that whatever can bring peace and stability of the state, they are ready to do it with immediate effect.
He lauded the efforts of the First Lady Aisha Matawalle for pursuing the bills to ensure their passage by members of the Zamfara State House of Assembly. Matawalle informed the First Lady and other relevant stakeholders that Zamfara State is a Sharia state and therefore the state government has to consult widely to ensure the passage of the bills does not contravene its laws.
I thank the ulamas and other stakeholders who put their own input to actualize this bill. I thank everyone for contributing to make sure that this bill has been signed today by me. I thank you very much. The children of the state. I therefore ask the committee to take the bills, go through it, work all the modalities out, and if necessary, anywhere they want the support of the government, we are there for them.
The governor took time to appreciate Islamic scholars, the ulamas, partners and women groups who advocated through the First Lady Aisha Bello Muhammad and contributed to the speedy passage of the bills and their assent into law.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Booming business activities in Guru Market. Do stay with us.
As the 2023 elections draw near, remember, evil prospers when good men and women only wish for peace, but never take a step to make peaceful elections happen. Are you a father? Are you a mother? What are you saying to your children as elections approach? Have you warned them not to let themselves be used to cause violence? Have you explained to them what the consequences of electoral violence might be? Do your part to make peaceful elections happen. Talk to your children. Protect them from unscrupulous politicians who want to put them in harm's way, while their own children are comfortable at home, within and outside the country. Let's join hands to make 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NOAA.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. If you're just joining us, you're watching Trust News Update, a recap of our top stories. Terrorists release oldest Kaduna Abuja train attack victim, plans to marry off 21-year-old hostage. You also heard that Atiku Wike Reconciliation Committee in Port Harcourt ends in deadlock. In other news, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has commenced a nationwide crackdown of all illegal manufacturers and distributors of an intoxicant called Kuskura, herbal aphrodisiacs, alcoholic bitters, and other preparations. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, disclosed this Friday while briefing newsmen in Abuja. The NAFDAC boss said findings from various operations carried out revealed a dangerous trend in the use of such substances laced with high concentration of tobacco and sometimes cannabis by the populace, cutting across gender and age groups, particularly artisans and Okada riders, among others. Professor Adeyeye said recently the agency received a series of reports on the use of a herbal preparation popularly known as kuskura, particularly in the southwest and northern axis of the country. Trust TV Network is to partner with the Kano Urban Planning Development Authority and other organizations in Kano to ensure professional information and dissemination in Nigerians. At a courtesy visit to some organizations in the state, Trust TV's Chief Operating Officer Ibrahim Shehu assured that the network, as a new brand of Media Trust Group, is committed to ensuring professional journalism across the country. Correspondent Idris Jibrin reports.
These are management staff of the Media Trust Group in Kano to introduce the establishment of the Trust TV network and to further extend partnership with some organizations across the commercial city of Kano as part of Trust TV's commitment in documenting the Nigerian story.
Media Trust Group is transiting into the electronic space. We've set up the Trust TV, which has been in operations for over 1 year at the moment, because this week is our 1 year anniversary for Trust TV. And as you know, the television space is saturated. And we come in as Trust TV, we want to build on what Daily Trust has done. As a national medium, we believe at the national stage we don't have a TV channel that represents the core values of Northern Nigeria. Even though we see ourselves as a national medium, but we want to see ourselves as a northern medium. We want to tell the stories of the North, we want to tell the stories and aspirations of our people, but also we want to add to the national conversations. Sometimes when you watch the national TV stations in quotes and you see the panelists or the programs, you don't see the reflections of ourselves.
While recalling the role of Daily Trust newspapers in information dissemination, Managing Director of the Kano Urban Planning and Development Authority assures that the authority will equally work with Trust TV in carrying out their operations.
The visit is a very wishful visit for us. We were expecting. We are very delighted and we are very happy about the visit. If somebody will drive all along from Abuja to come to you in Kano purposely to appreciate what you are doing, then this visit must be a very recommendable visit.
Meanwhile, the Media Trust Group delegates also visited the Kano campus of the Skyline University and Al-Hamsad Group of Company to introduce the Trust TV brand of the Media Trust Group.
We do have the mass communication program that we are running. We even have our students who will be graduating from the same program this year, inshallah, by November. And at the same time, we are currently working on our labs, the radio lab and the TV station lab that we're working on. So I believe that Registrar, in collaboration with the Dean of the School of Art Management and Social Sciences, will be the right people to look at how we can collaborate and have an MOU towards that angle. Like you clearly said, I mean, it's not, we can't have people who can come in for lectures, for workshop, for conference. You know, we do all that. We do have webinars that we do run. And I mean, when it comes to educational platform, sky is only the beginning. There's so many things that you could do together.
While Trust TV Network celebrate 1 year of uninterrupted transmission, business partners hopes that the company will continue to maintain its current professional standard. Idris Jibrin, Trust TV News, Kano.
Over the years, Guru local government area of Yobe State has continued to remain an important economic hub of northern Nigeria with diverse markets that attract traders from other states and countries. Despite the spate of insecurity in the region, economic activities are still booming in that axis. Trust TV's Idris Jibrin was at Guru Main Market and now reports.
Inside Guru Men markets, traders from different parts of northern Nigeria are trooping in for business. Goods of different types hangs on plain sight waiting to be purchased. Clearly, business is booming here, but traders say there are challenges.
The issue of business these days is honestly not like before. We really need capital because things are tough in this country. People are suffering in their own homeland.
Guru is among the most important economic hub of Nigeria's northeastern region. Its popular cattle market, centuries-old train station, and the viability of the town all tells a story of how merchants from around the country are trading here daily.
Kasuwar Guru akalla za ta kai shekara 80 tana cin kasuwa a wannan guri.
The Guru Men market has been in existence for over 80 years. Initially, we trade in cattle and other livestock, granules, which are being traded right from colonial days, who exports it abroad. Now the market is multi-purpose.
For centuries, traders from all over northern Nigeria and Niger Republic do come here to trade on daily basis, effectively creating jobs for the locals.
In our Guru Market Day, we have trucks that are coming even from Niger Republic to buy goods. This has further brought development between Guru and our neighbors.
To further enhance businesses and boost the economy, Yobe State government is constructing these ultra-modern markets, hoping to relocate traders from the Guru Men market.
Because of the enhanced businesses in Guru, our able governor constructed an ultra-modern market for us, which will be commissioned very soon. We also have one of the largest livestock market in Nigeria.
As peace and stability continue to improve across Yobe State, traders in Guru local government hopes that investment opportunity will significantly improve. Idris Jibrin, Trust TV News, Yobe.
In business, the National Bureau of Statistics report reveals that the average retail price paid by consumers for premium motor spirit, known as petrol, has increased to 190 naira in July 2022. The report said it indicated that a 14.53% increase when compared to the value recorded in June 2021 at 165 naira. Similarly, the report also revealed that on a year-on-year basis, the average retail price per litre of household kerosene has increased by 98.76% in July 2022. The report said on a month-on-month basis, there was a 3.68% increase of the product in July 2022 at 789 naira compared to 761 naira recorded in June 2022. On the foreign scene, at least 8 people have been confirmed dead after gunmen stormed a hotel in the Somali capital Mogadishu following 2 car bombs and gunfire. Security official Mohammed Abdelkader said the security forces neutralized terrorists who were cordoned inside a room in the hotel building and rescued dozens of civilians, including children, who were trapped in the building safely. Sporadic gunfire and loud explosions could still be heard early on Saturday as security forces continued to battle fighters holed up inside the popular hotel. It was unclear how many gunmen remained inside the hotel. Meanwhile, the Al-Shabaab group claimed responsibility for the attack, which is the first since the election of Somalia's new president, Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, in May. And finally, Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, has charged sports administrators to be accountable and put Nigeria first in their affairs to make sports development better in Nigeria. Adeni Ajishafe has more.
Nigerian athletes have been commended by the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare, for their zeal and commitment towards sport in Nigeria at different competitions they participated in, with much emphasis on the Commonwealth Games, where Nigeria won 12 gold, 9 silver and 14 bronze medals to emerge 7th on the medal table. Dare, while speaking on 360 Sports Show on Trust TV, says athletes' welfare is paramount to achieve medals in events as competitions. Minister of Sport also highlights on the need to settle the athletes as at when due. The blend of home and foreign-based athletes can bring the best result for Nigeria, while the huge gap between football and other sports is reducing, while the new wave of achievement in other sports like athletics, table tennis, volleyball, and host of others.
The gold and the kudos must go to the athletes who spent a lot of hours training, between 150 to 250 hours, who took time to compete, some of the very bruising competitions, championships, who sacrificed and who went all the way.
Considering the glory parasport has brought to Nigeria, hence the need to give more to parasport athletes by approving parasport department and hosting of the 4th Parasport Festival in Abuja. Speaking on grassroots football development and governance, Minister of Youth and Sport Development declared that Nigerian football governance is beyond individual achievement, as the nation comes first before any personal ambition, but stressing more the need to carry out proper checks on federations for accountability, while adding that no sponsors will invest where things are not done properly.
There's a need to isolate lack of fund from setting up a proper governance structure. If you set up a proper regime around our football, the rules are hard and fast. It will attract sponsors. No sponsor will bring money to a disorganized and indisciplined football regime.
With this, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. For more news, connect with us across all our social media platforms. I'm Darshan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.